Hello everybody, I seem to enjoy doing my gaming sessions really late at night. There is now a collection of clones standing right in front of us. I had quite an active week, as in quite a lot of work, and I actually have work all throughout the weekend as well, but... good night, Forest Berry Burger! I received quite a bit of orders, like, on the side gig that I'm doing, to a point where if I fulfill an order, I'm gonna get $60, which is, like, really good, but at the same time, that's 24 hours of work. It is. So, effectively, I've been busy, which is why I'm streaming at 2 AM, and I'm trying to figure out what kind of quests I have left to do. Lily. Bail bond. Yes. Report back to Arthur. Okay, so everything is at Arthur. That's good. Hey, clones. Just enjoying your time together over there, I see. Enjoying your time together. Okay, that's fine. I thought this thing was casting 3 reflections, and I don't know why. This reflective surface is so cool.
This rain is the pungent sewage of hell, seeping into the cracks of putrid purgatory.
So nice and shiny.
Damnation sea.
Quite impressive for a 2004 game. Now, model work, on the other hand, I am constantly keeping those nails through my own hands. I don't think that is healthy.
What's shaking?
Found Carson. Unfortunately, he's not coming back.
What? Ain't coming back? What do you mean he ain't coming back?
Carson said he's moving on. He never liked you anyway.
Well, hell. That really leaves me in hot water, boy. Gonna cost old Arthur real good.
Sorry, but can you pay me now?
Oh, yeah. Sorry about that. Here you are.
You were saying?
I got this guy with a sheet a mile long, put in on 3 warrants. His girlfriend put up for the bond, and now he missed the court date. I can't get in touch with either of them. Want a job?
I'd be interested.
Well, it won't be much of a job since you ain't licensed and all, but until I can get me another bounty hunter, I need you to find out if this guy skipped town or what.
You could just, like, give me a license or something, you know, like, sell me one, that would be good. Okay, you got it.
Great, all right. The guy's name is Mike Durbin, goes by the name Muddy. His girlfriend put up for his bond. She lives over there above Tripp's pawn shop. Her name is Marion Murrieta, but I haven't been able to get in touch with her.
That's a lot of M's. Well, he expressed surprise to me once when he saw me the first time around, and he's no longer surprised about me being what I am. Okay, so just head over to her place.
That's right. Marianne Murrieta, in them crappy places above the pawn shop.
Hi, that's where I live.
Money is, where is he going, whatever. But be careful. You're not licensed, and if anything bad goes down, I don't know you. You hear me?
Not for resources, but for artifacts.
Yep, I'm gonna go off now, Arthur. Smuzgen. Oh god, if Fallout and Bloodlines had like a crossover, we would have a game where Nosferatus wouldn't like even need to hide to upkeep the Masquerade. Everybody would just be like, oh, yeah, it's those radioactive guys again. So there we go. We now know about the car for the Lily Sire, which is not a thin blood. Lily Sire isn't a thin blood. Yeah, you continue running. I am running with you. Let's both run. Let's go for a happy jog. Happy Nosferatus are scary jog. I think it's the unofficial patch that added the spinny masquerade wheelie thing. Because previously you would get that close and I'm pretty sure you would get a masquerade violation. Oi! Oi, hey! There we go. The tire iron made the thing go stuck. The tire iron started jumping around inside of it, and it made the thing jam. And I was like, I need that diary. Okay, so she had a fight with Ralph and everything. Actually, we can... Yeah, no migraine at the moment. Had weird start of one on like Wednesday, and then it was fine. So we didn't like super progress, which is fine. But because this is the last time when we're going through Bloodlines, and before I'm like, actually, I can push another one. No. We can't live in Bloodlines, unfortunately. Despite this being my dream reality, we just can't. I met a guy today at the asylum. He's so beautiful. Oh my god, his name is Ralph and he's from Germany. European men are just so classy compared to boring California boys. I know, right? I know. God. Oh, I was gifted one of them visual novel thingies that are not as good, but we're gonna like play through that as well because that's Vampire the Masquerade. But it's the I wouldn't like expect it to be good, and it's one playthrough. Oh, and then Cyberpunk's coming out, so I'm gonna be playing that probably on potato settings. Coteries of New York. I think it was in a humble bundle, and the person was like, "This is it, yeah." Oh yeah, Cyberpunk might be coming. Apparently, they posted like specs on a yellow sheet today, and everybody was like, "Stop giving us heart attacks." Not Night Road. Night Road is not illustrated as well. It's Coteries of New York. Right road. He has to see me tomorrow night. I wonder if he's rich. He looks rich. I'm going to go shopping tomorrow and pick something up though, and that won't make me look like a pig. Fat pig. Can't wait to see him. I think it's getting serious with Ralph. He told me he wanted to give me something very special next week. And if it's what I think it is, it's about the damn time. Thought Europeans were supposed to be less uptight about that sort of thing. I don't know if she was expecting a fuck or an engagement ring. I woke up at 9 p.m. today. That would be strange in itself, except I don't remember going to sleep last night. In fact, I don't remember anything since last Saturday when Rolf was over. I woke up late again. I haven't eaten anything in 4 days. I don't know what's wrong with me. Rolf came over last night. He said the reason I hadn't eaten was because I needed blood. He said it's all I could eat now, then I wouldn't feel hungry anymore if I drank some. I had a bag of it from the local blood bank. I tried to refuse, but I couldn't. What's happening to me? More importantly, how the fuck did you live through like 5 days without feeding? Like, you woke up hungry and then just went, die! For 5 straight nights. It was just not a thought in her head, just repetitive die. Ralph said he's gonna have to leave soon. He said people are trying to force him out of the country. I wonder why. He didn't say anything about taking me with him. Yeah, she managed to not eat for 5 days and think that was complete. She hasn't drank anything either. And didn't check herself into the hospital. No attempt was made. No attempt was made at anything. I had to bail Ralph out of jail today. He was arrested because his visa expired. That's very anal. He looked frightened. I'm afraid he's gonna leave. I haven't seen or heard from Rolf since the night I bailed him out. I don't know what to do. I thought he cared about me. Why did he do this to me? I talked with this guy I met in Surfside until 5 this morning. When I told him I had to go, I felt like Cinderella. He seemed like a prince. It was like McDonald's wedding. So sweet. Yeah, but you think they don't really need to eat all that much? Is their mental capacity slow or something though? Because seriously, if I knew that I drank like no fluids for several days or eaten anything, I would be concerned about me. She must have had a heartbeat. She must have still had a heart, because otherwise she would have noticed that she's not breathing. Like, I think that would be a big thing. I met this guy from Surfside again. He had no idea what I am. I brought E, the guy from the Surfside, back to my apartment last night. Said he's going back to Australia in a few days now that the tournament's gonna end. Don't want him to leave. Never felt this way about someone else before, not even Rob. Okay, I have to ask, how the fuck are you paying your rent still? You can't go out at daytime. You have a job. Who's financing you? Who's bankrolling you? Whose money are you living on? How do you have this apartment? What do you do? He kissed me last night and I couldn't stop myself from biting into his neck, but I drank too much and I gave him my blood to save him. When I explained it all to him, he said he never wanted to see me again. What have I done? So, that has been, 13 days before the next entry. I haven't been able to feed since the night with E. I'm afraid of what will happen. I remember Rolf brought blood from the blood bank. Maybe if I can sneak in and grab a few bags and get out, nobody catches me. So once again, she hasn't eaten for 13 fucking straight days. I suppose when you have one brain cell to fuel, it's not surprising, but her metabolism is super slow. He's still scared of me. Yeah, you continue. Yeah, you continue going. Thank you very much. Why was that door open? I closed it in order to, I closed it and then I opened it again. I'm like, oh yeah, wrong way door. Hello, naked lady coming through. Actually, we have some experience, right? I want to actually be intimidating this time around because I think intimidation will work. Unfortunately, there is like one piece of information that I won't be able to get unless I'm persuasive. I would kind of like to hear from Strauss that he made a gargoyle and then like give that information to Isaac because I'm feeling evil and I'm gonna feel really bad about it, honestly. I hate making evil decisions in RPGs, even though none of them are good, but like, I mean, none of them are good people. It's just that, like, that's kind of mean of me. It's kind of, but like, I want to do that because we haven't done that, but I'll need actual persuasion for that. But until I do need that persuasion, I want to run around being intimidating.
Need a fix?
I need to get into the back room.
Employees only. Them's the rules of the queen bitch herself.
I don't think you heard me. I said I need to get into the back, ghoul.
This mortality is such a handicap. If we were on a level playing field, You wouldn't be so bold if one slash to the throat could mean the difference between existence or not.
Did your feelings get hurt? Because it sounds to me like your feelings got hurt. I tried to be nice. Now I'm coming in.
Opened.
Now get back to work! Intimidation. Goes perfect with my appearance. I mean, to be fair, I can actually, like, break into places quite easily. But I don't... Beautiful! But I don't wanna... Yeah, we're not good at hacking. We're not good at... Actually, can we intimidate the bloody doctor over here? I don't think that he knows password, but we'll see. Hi!
What are you doing back here?
I want the passcode to the freezer.
Oh boy, I can't give that out. You're gonna have to leave.
Not without the passcode, which I rather not beat out of you.
Take it, take it. Oh boy, Phil, you did it now. I dropped it. Sorry. Hey, hold it.
1969. I'm sorry. So sorry. This reminds me of our evil playthrough, except this time we're not. What? I'm really bad with all of these boxes. We're not really low on humanity or anything. We're just intimidating.
Drop of it on my tongue, sliding down my throat. The hot flash in my brain lighting up my body. I can smell it everywhere. Blood.
So there has been like 13 days before you embracing E and like you trying to break into the blood bank because you're hungry. This is about 5 months later. I'm gonna assume that they were feeding. Because if they were just extracting blood from you, you would have been so dead by now. Who are you?
Let me go. It's painful, like I'm going to die. It's calling. Never felt like this before. Let me go. I can smell it. I have to have it.
What's it worth to you? What you gonna give me for letting you go?
Anything. Let me go.
Well, still. You can never actually give her a bag, which is annoying.
You don't look well at all.
Sweet mother of God!
I'm just like, derp.
The heat. It's never been so satisfying. All of it. I drank until I heard his heart stop and I was sucking on a dry, dead artery. It was euphoric. But I've killed him. I've never killed anyone before. What happened? What came over me?
Okay, you've been undead for like 6 months. How the frig do you not know this? And considering that you're like feeding once every 2 weeks as well, because it takes so little power to power your one bouncy brain cell. Also, do you wanna bond a one brain cell thin blood? Like, what are you even gonna gain out of that? I suppose money. She for some reason has... Somebody's bankrolling her because they're paying her rent. But they did not question the fact that she disappeared without a message for like 6 months straight. I don't know what kind of sugar daddy she has, but that's pretty sweet, bro. Calm down. Tell me who you are.
What just happened? It's not who I am. I've never done anything like that before. I'm not a monster.
You're a bestial, bloodlusted horror show. Just look at that poor sap.
No, I'm not a monster. It was instinct. I couldn't control it. I'm not responsible for my actions.
I am not responsible for my own actions. But I'm not monstrous, by the way. From time to time, an evil spirit possesses me. You have to believe me that I am good. Keep telling yourself that. It will help you sleep the day away.
I'm no murderer. I didn't choose to be like this. I'm not a monster.
I'm not a murderer. I just killed a man. And by now I'm just like, whatever. It happens. So who are you?
My name is Lily.
Now, I've been undead for maybe 3 days. Give or take. Maybe 4. Apparently these things, like, we do quite a lot in a single night. If you, like, read through the diaries and look at all of the, like, computer entries and stuff, we do quite a lot of, it's not a lot of time. She's been dead for 6 months. And I'm just, like, staring at her going, whatever! It happens, one brain cell girl. Heard about you from E.
E? You know E? How do you know E?
It's a letter in the alphabet. I shit you not. It's like A, B, C, D, E. That's where the E comes. Does that guy have a full name, actually? Well, he asked me if I knew anything about Thin Bloods, which is how I found you.
I tried to tell E about his condition, but he was so furious at me for what I'd made him into, he wouldn't listen. A thin blood, from what I've been told, is a vampire whose blood is weaker than most.
Apparently, like, requires you to not feed at all as well, so, like, you have a... Outside of the fact that you have practically no powers, you should have a pretty swell existence. Go on!
Rolf, my sire, told me some vampires consider thin bloods a bad omen and want them destroyed. Rolf wasn't a thin blood, and apparently I am. I don't know why. Rolf abandoned me. His group wouldn't take me in. They said I was a liability. He left me with so many questions, and I did the same thing to E, but I didn't want to leave E. He forced me out of his life. I should go. I have to get out of here. Maybe out of the city. Soon.
I mean, there can't be that many kindred around this world. Like, they're not a plague, so technically you could just, like, find a nice quiet area, get yourself a night job, apparently buy a blood pack every 2 weeks, and you're gonna be just fine. Just fine. And just, like, do throughout life. Perfectly fine, as long as nobody finds you, which, considering the amount of people looking for you, it's not that big. Should be just, like, go for the less populated places. Like, think, what would kindred not like? Well, they wouldn't like farm places, small towns with, like, one single dingy hospital, 5 fishing villages perhaps, you know, that sort of thing. Just, like, out of the way, into the countryside where werewolves roam, for apparently it's a pretty safe place. 1 per... Whoa, numbers. That's 10,000, right? Yes, yes it is. 2 a.m. brain is the best brain. Should brain all the time on this brain. It's absolutely amazing. What's the population? It's like 7 billion. Come on, brain, we can do this. 1 in 10,000. 10 in 100,000 is 100 in a million. 1,000 in 10 million. 10,000 and 100 mil. Wait. Is 100 million a billion? No, that's 1,000 million, I think. Yeah. So 700,000, I mean, as long as they're not breaking into low population areas, be perfectly fine. You're fine, you're good. What are you doing in California, for God's sakes? Populated area, bad. Bad for your safety. You should go and see E on the beach. I mean, he called me an uggo, but one brain cell girl deserves the guy who can't keep his mouth shut.
E doesn't hate me anymore?
You should definitely talk to him.
I'll go see him. Thank you.
Goodbye.
Oh, about tonight, what I did? Please don't tell E. It's
Yeah, that's sound advice.
I've never done anything like this before. I'm no killer.
Apparently, all you need is a bloody single blood pack every 14 days. By her feeding standards. A regular night job will get you the money to buy that from a local hospital in a small town. Think you're fine. What's my silence worth?
I don't have anything to give.
Okay. I don't believe you. Who's paying your rent? Who is paying your rent? Oh, and then she runs away because she's a scaredy little cow.
Why'd you have to go and let that bitch out? There's one less Phil in the world now. Why'd you have to let her go and eat him, huh? Now I'll never get to do in that bastard myself. Well, you know what? No blood for you. No more!
Were you like, eventually when I get turned, if Phil is still around, first thing that I'm gonna do is do Phil in, because that is a reaching way of living. I need to get blood from somewhere. Haven't had a ghoul blood in a while.
Well, mistakes are made from time to time. Without them, some of us might never have been born. I don't know what I'm saying half the time. Have a freebie. My compliments. You need more?
For some reason, my brain thought that I heard, well, steaks are made from time to time. And I'm like, holy shit, do you have a steak on you? I'll be back later. And the service better be with a smile this time. Yeah, you threatened the vampire. This ghoulie boy that I threatened to let me in just threatened the vampire because he's intellect level IQ amazing. Actually, now that I think about it, a lot of people in this town seem to have IQ levels amazing. I mean, look at the Thin Bloods. One of them was like, oh, they're sending uggos to drive us out, and it's like, excuse me, I can snap you in half. I can snap you in half. What are you talking about? Let's pop by Murietta's place.
Stay back. Help!
No police calling. No police calling. Oh, I wanted to threaten you as well, and then he's like, stay back! Is this the right apartment? I don't think so. I think this is the one that literally had nothing. Ah, They're still delivering newspapers. That's nice.
Hey, Mayor, it's Mike. Look, I gotta head downtown for a few days, maybe longer. If Reno calls, tell him to meet me down there. We got something to discuss, apparently. I'll be at Milton's place in the Skyline Lofts 2A. Sorry, baby. I'll explain everything later.
You know, if this was real life, there wouldn't be like any newspapers. Instead, there would be like shit tons of advertisements, like right in front of your doorstep. Literally, 99% of all of my phone messages are Domino's telling me about pizza ads. So last week I also had one. Need a massage chair? And I was like, how did they even get these numbers? Well, yeah, my hands are special. Special hands for special people. Email, apparently one's in red. A favor. It has come to our attention that a sample of werewolf blood has made it into the hands of the local tabloid, and they have sent it on to the clinic in Santa Monica for testing. The responsible party has been dealt with. Most painfully, I can assure you. But for obvious reasons, we can't have anyone testing the blood. Please retrieve the blood sample from the clinic and leave it in our mailbox. Mine, not ours. You will be compensated accordingly. LaCroix. Why do we care about werewolf masquerade? Just, it's like, I mean, isn't that a werewolf? Isn't that more like a werewolf problem than an us problem? I mean, is it breaking the masquerade? Yes. Are we doing it? No. You wouldn't cover a Quay Jin ass. I mean, I don't think that the werewolves even know that we're sticking our neck out for them. Up, 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 up. Ah. This is the wrong up, I think. Ah, this is the wrong staircase. This is the morgue. I could have like ran through the clinic, but there's a policeman in the clinic. I think I accidentally left the policeman in the clinic. I mean, that is fine. They're also asking if somebody's there. The answer obviously is no. Nobody's here. What are you talking about? No one is ever anywhere. Don't worry about it. And then they're like, I lost them. Okay, CS door. We have like literally no idea what we're doing. We're like, huh? Hacking? What's that? We do want at least a skill point. There we go, 4 will do. Look, computer, I am magically better at this. Maybe he got bored of his old... Maybe he never had a proper pronounced name. You know, it's like one of those things where somebody's name is like Lashanta, but they have so many extra letters that you're like, I have literally no idea what I'm looking at. But then if you don't pronounce it correctly, they immediately get very offended. Now, where is the guard dude? I don't personally want to like run straight into him. He might be like the guy that's downstairs, actually.
Hey, right there.
Oh! This is where he is. Ah! I have disappeared! I have no idea where I am. Maybe go away. Yep. Not a clue. I am not here. Still not here. Nope.
Hey, stop right there.
Yeah, you run. You run. Yeah, it's because he was kind of standing like right in front of it. I know that I'm out here too. What a surprise, dude. What a surprise. Nobody was here. Definitely not a ugly Nosferatu. You have not seen anything suspicious today whatsoever. It's been a great day. You just like shot at the doorway a bit for unknown reasons. Like, why did you do that, bro? Why did you do that? I feel so sorry for this bum. Like, he's absolutely terrified of us. I don't want to send him a blue blood pack. Actually, while we're here... Nah. It's like, hey, would you like a picture of Lily? Because maybe you would. Yeah, you must just shoot a certain amount of shots a day. Your assistance was much appreciated in regards to werewolf blood. Please find your payment in the mailbox if you haven't already done so. I love the mail service in this place, man. You don't have to go to a post office. You can send things off directly from your own mailbox. And it is instant. In the middle of the night, somebody just like comes in, checks your mailbox, and goes, this wasn't there before. They obviously are trying to send it. And they send it. Oh yes, they have absolutely fantastic service. It's the best. The absolute best. So, where are we off to, gang? Let's see. I have to talk with the Reese Warman. That's gonna be fun. And we should also report to Arthur. And we should run back through the beach at some point and tell E that there's Lily. But I mean, multiple times a night, it's like I have my personally assigned mail delivery guy. You don't even like drop a message that you drop things off either. Nor do you actually sign as to where it's supposed to be going. You just assume that people know where to deliver a bag of blood.
Hey there.
I was about to
hot
ask him
stuff?
if he's okay because he was nearly doing a T-pose, but yeah, got some info about Muddy.
So what'd you find out about Muddy?
He fled someplace downtown.
All right, then. I'll have to call in some bounty hunters to help me find Muddy and a couple of other jumpers. Thanks for all your help.
No problem, but how about that money you promised me?
Oh, right. Sorry about that. Here you are.
Is there any reason why you're wearing sunglasses in the middle of the night indoors?
See you around then. If you ever find yourself or a loved one locked up, please call.
I will later. I mean, I know why the undead do it. I know where Beckett does it. You don't want people to be staring at your weird fucked up eyes. Arthur wears sunglasses and has his lamp on at the same time. Like, if you have a migraine and light is hurting your eyes, just kinda dim it or like switch it off. I mean, it's your office. They must not know that I am a drunk. They could still smell it on your breath, to be fair. I am actually interested because I don't remember. Does Jeanette still flirt with me when I look like this?
What do we have here? Another scrumptious young plaything straight out of life and into my club? You smell new, little girl, like fabric softener dew on freshly mowed astroturf. Oh, I'm not frightening you, am I, duckling?
Then again, she did go with Bertram, so I don't... She probably doesn't care. What the hell is your problem?
Oh, I was just thinking about this delicious little pancake who came into my club and wasn't so sweet because she was soaked in vinegar.
Oh, you don't get to be sweet when you're an angry bitch because people made you ugly. I want to be the very best like no one ever was. To catch them in my real test. To train them is my cause. I will collect all the vampires inside my Pokeballs. It's gonna be the best collection ever, guys. I will travel across the land, searching far and wide each Pokemon to understand the power that's inside Pokemon. Gotta catch him. Oh, it's you and me, and I know it's my destiny. It's really weird to have people walk past. Pokemon! Oh, and you, my best friend. In a world we must defend. Pokemon, gotta catch them all. Our heart's so true, our courage will pull us through. You teach me and I'll teach you. Pokemon, gotta catch them all of them disciplines actually. Can I just like go and train from everybody? Yes, she does have a very nice pair of lips. You're insane, you know that!
So's the world, but we all keep riding on this moonlit carousel regardless.
Yeah, that's what they like. Beat it, lunatic.
Aren't you just the teeniest bit curious about me? Come on, don't be shy. Say the right thing, and I just might bare my soul. Or something else.
You mean your brow will come off? Oh, when you put it that way, by all means, tell me your name.
I am Jeanette. And this bit of chaos crammed in a certifiable giggle is my club. I just love to give you funny feelings all night, sweetheart, but I really must trouble with some business. We'll reunite sweet and soon, I promise.
Whatever. Later. I like how the camera's panning like carefully.
What the? What's wrong with your face? They shooting a movie nearby or something? Damn, you should really go take off that mask. You're scaring the clientele.
Thanks! take off my face. Can you tell me where Therese is?
Therese? She's upstairs. She said she had business to attend to, but I can hear her and Jeanette bickering from here. Why do you need to see her?
None of your business.
Yeah, I hear that from everyone, sweetheart. She expecting you or something?
She's not expecting me, but she'll like what I gotta say.
Alright, look, I'll cut your break because we're busy here. I'll buzz Therese, tell her you're coming. Take the elevator over there up. But if I hear that you're not supposed to be there, you and me are gonna have to fight till I get here.
I have no respect for anybody because my face is all fucked up. Thank you. This is not a masquerade violation. The guy that was dancing to the music doesn't even like it. Everybody's a clone. Dancing to the music called Isolated, which is like a very depressing song, while being a Nosferatu that was not even given a shirt, is quite the vibe.
Fucking mayhem, bro.
And their two NPCs won't shut up.
Tragedy. Mayhem, bro.
Shh! Mayhem, bro. Yeah?
Fucking mayhem.
Yeah, fucking mayhem, bro.
Tragedy.
Oh, tragedy.
I'll never forget this.
I'll never forget this night. Shh. Mayhem, bro. Yeah? He's... Sorry, man. I feel a chill. This is better conversation than Skyrim's conversation. This is amazing conversation. Okay, we should... I don't know how we're not breaking the Masquerade doing that, by the way, but I don't really need more humanity. I just thought that that was funny. Oh yeah, have you ever heard about the High Elves? Hey Nox, what's going on?
Yeah, not much. I'm just waiting around for my master.
How's your mission going?
Oh man, not good. That's why I'm waiting to talk to him.
Why don't you tell me who he is?
Okay. I guess I can tell you about it. Oh man, his name's Bertram Tongue. He's a Nosferatu.
Yeah, there are conversations in Skyrim and they always go absolutely amazing for two NPCs meet. And they tend to say the most nonsensical things at each other and then separate and walk away. It is amazing. No kidding, small world, I'm looking for him.
Oh man, I wish I knew where he was. I'm getting antsy waiting around for him. I need to tell him some stuff, you know?
You know, after we're done with Cyberpunk, I really do need to like finish Skyrim once.
Whenever he needs me, just, you know, appears.
Just like with Oblivion, I did like hundreds of hours in Skyrim. And I never finished that. Because the main story was never the main pull. What do you mean, just appears?
It's crazy. It just appears out of like thin air. First time, bang! Like he's giving me a goddamn heart attack. Oh, especially how he runs. No offense.
You know... Well, I think I had opinions about that in 2011, but I forgot what they were. I liked some side quest chains. Like the Mages Guild and shit. Those were fun. If... I can kind of understand Nox's enthusiasm, to be fair, if some Nosferatu just kind of revealed to me, like, right in front of me. Yeah, that's scary, but... God damn, man, that is cool! Yeah! So what does Bertram have you doing?
Oh man, wow. Bertram had me keeping an eye on this guy. This Asian dude he's been poking around Santa Monica. Bertram thought he might be a vampire or something like a vampire. I don't know.
So what's the problem?
Oh man, this guy, this thing got wise to me. Now instead of me watching him, he's watching me, you know?
Yeah, bro! Amazing, bro!
Like, off in the distance watching me, he'll warp up next to me. Oh man, then this is weird.
I've seen it as well.
It's freaking me out. I know this thing is totally toying with me. I want to put a bullet in its head, but who knows if that'll do anything. So I was waiting till I talked to Bertram, but, well, hell if I know where he disappeared to. It's messed up.
Hey, Bertram, would putting a bullet in somebody's head do anything? Yeah, probably. It does appear to be that way, Nox.
Look, I didn't want to ask you, but since you're a kick-ass vampire and I'm just a lowly ghoul, would you mind getting rid of this thing?
Care to make it worth my while?
Oh, come on, girl. What could I possibly have that a frickin' vampire would want? When I hear from Bertram, I'll let him know you're looking for him. How's that? Come on, hon.
I can get you like plastic bags, and you can fill them for me with blood. Not good enough.
Damn, girl, that's cold. Thought we were getting to be tight, man, since we're both, you know, on the inside. You know, to change your mind.
My husband brought some whiskey a while ago. From time to time, I sip. Well, I guess I can look into it.
Hell yeah! Right on! Okay,
Jesus,
like
he's
I
getting
said,
me to do him favors for free.
Thing, you know? The only clue I got is this driver's license that he dropped once while I was tailing him. I mean, so freaked out that I haven't even had a chance to check it out.
Driver's license? Shouldn't that tell you who he is?
No, the picture on the license isn't him. I don't know why he had it, but, well, it might help you find out where he is and what he's doing. Here, take it.
Alright, I'll take care of it.
Right on! Just
Right on, bro!
job's done so I can stop freaking out. Oh, man. Maybe I'll see Bertram by then.
I have a couple of questions.
Oh, man, yeah, sure. What do you want to know?
McKendrick's Splendid Scotch Whiskey. 3 years old! It's cheap. So what is Bertram like?
Oh, man. Well, he's like the only vampire I know, but, well, he seems pretty damn powerful. Oh, man. When he's looking at you, it's like he's really spinning your brain, you know? It's like, it's crazy. Man. But I guess that's the Nosferatu's thing, you know? They, like, know everything, I guess. Oh, man, yeah, sure. What do you want to know?
Do you like being a ghoul?
It's awesome! Man, after that first date to vampire blood, it's like the best drug. Oh, man, I'm telling you, it's like... Well, it didn't mess me up. It just made me feel like I was better at everything. Felt like a god just sucking on that nasty dude's wrist.
Maybe stop calling him a nasty dude. I'm out of here. Woo! That's not a masquerade violation either. Yep, let me just stretch myself. Well, idle animation myself.
Your city? Last time I looked, it was called Santa Monica, not stuck-up bitch.
I am not a rich person.
Sometimes.
I don't think that there's a single pretentious thing in this building.
Portrait of me with your turn-of-the-century barb. I always assumed you could do nothing but look down on me. Just the sight of you.
My idea of a treasure cove would be the clothes that I wear and the books that I have tightly locked in my basket behind me.
Let's see who is without sin past the fierce tone. Go ahead and mock me. You pull your pranks, make fun of my ways. It suits you. You're just one big joke. Don't you call me that. Should I start calling a duck a pig as well?
I am totally too close to this wall.
Run away from the truth. I'll take care of everything, as always.
What am I doing? Just waiting. Don't mind me. Hello! Don't mind if I jump up and down on the bed? No, no you don't. Ooh, there's like a big light over there. Yes. Rofi is trying to get me to eat burrs and cheese for like the past few years, but lockdown happened and stuff got harder. Friday night from Mikey. Hey, what are you doing on Friday night? I was thinking about stopping by the club. Maybe you can do some dancing. Santa Monica is my city. You dirty little slut. How dare you meddle in the affairs of my city? And with that disgusting Nosferatu, no less. Disgusting!
Please, come in. I do apologize for my sister's crassness if it made you uncomfortable. She's unabashedly scandalous, but in the club business, I suppose that kind of personality's a necessary evil. She's got issues she's still trying to get over, and so she's locked herself in the bathroom. Jealousy, really. You see, I was the family favorite, and I'm the successful one, and as you may have noticed, she's obviously starved for attention.
I would much rather talk to the sensible sister.
That I am. My sister's schoolgirl in distress act may bring patrons in, but it's my level-headedness that keeps it open.
I think it's her open legs that keep them open, but okay. You're Therese?
Therese Vorman, yes. I'm the proprietor of this club, and the only person in this city whose good side it's in your best interest to stay on. What brings you to Santa Monica?
Yeah, I imagine trying to portray madness is quite difficult. Thing is, any color madness would do, but you don't want to choose something that's like too boring. Like, technically, high anxiety counts. But at the same time, why would you ever play that? I need you to call off the feud with Bertram Tongue.
Tongue's exile is self-imposed, I assure you. But then, what reason would I have not to hate that loathsome Nosferatu scoundrel? No offense.
Why do you hate him?
He meddles in my affairs. He's a bad influence on my sister, and she on him. If you were in my place, would you let him compromise your authority? You most certainly would not. I'd quite like it if I never had to hear that name again.
Well, to be fair, OCD does make you quite colorful. Bad for the OCD people, but it tends to, like, really overtake your life, so you would be quite colorful in all the wrong ways, in all the wrong times. Want me to find him and kill him?
I'm not sure the Camarilla would find that an acceptable method of dealing with one's rival. And right now, I very much need their approval to become officially recognized as the legitimate administrator of this city.
Can you put the word out that you got no feud with him then?
Why would I do that? Let him think I mean to kill him. That way I don't have to worry about him sabotaging everything. Do you realize how his subterfuge makes me look to the Camarilla?
That's very unfortunate, but I do need to see him.
Tongue and his co-conspirators' actions ruined my chance at partnership in a crucial piece of property. I do have several other promising ventures, and one in particular has been, to say the least, an ordeal. I'd be willing to put the word out that my grievances with Tongue have been swept under the rug, but in return, you'll have to help me remove a particularly burdensome spirit from a property I'm looking to invest in.
Could I just kill you? Bertram would be willing to help me then, I'm sure.
I suppose he would if you killed me. But as I understand it, your existence is very tenuous at the moment, and the slightest mistake could be the final nail in the coffin.
So you're saying that I shouldn't nail you? I'm willing to take that chance.
Listen, you're young and naive, so I'll offer you this chance one more time. Continued existence versus a beautiful sunrise. I'd give it serious consideration.
If this this wasn't an Elysium, because that is what is stopping me right now. Apparently, the fact that this building is an Elysium, not the fact that you would be severely older and more powerful than me. Yeah, that's not even a consideration in my mind. What about this ghost?
Rumor is that a personal item of a ghost may be used to draw it out or excise it from its haunt. While I don't put a lot of stock in hearsay, it's my last option. So I want you to go to the Ocean House Hotel, find an item of the spirits, and bring it back.
You know, you could probably Diablerize Jeanette. I mean, they're connected. It sounds really bad, but I mean, she does some horrible shit with people in her bed. Could probably bite her in the middle of that while doing the horrible shit. That let her think that you're gonna love her so much. You could, with Doris though, no way would she ever let you do that. And what if I can't find one?
If you have to tear the building apart, do so. 3 construction crews have already refused to go back to work because they've been spooked, so to speak.
So spooky! How do I fight a ghost?
You don't. They're perfectly harmless.
Why don't you go?
As much as I'd like to ensure it's done properly, you're in no position to refuse. That is, if you still want me to call off the feud.
I'll do it if you promise to call off the feud.
Oh, I fully intend to do so. You'll find that dealing with me on the whole is appreciably more predictable than dealing with some of the egomaniacs that are my peers. So long as our business doesn't go sour, my word is gold.
But I mean, you would have both of them. They're one soul. One combined beautiful soul. Business? Is that what it's called when a dog fetches a stick?
Before I forget, take this. The only way
She
to reach
completely
the
ignored my
Stalactite
statement.
is through a tunnel in the sewers. You'll need that key to open the gate for that tunnel.
Sewers? No problem! It's like my house.
If you'll excuse me, I've got situations to set straight.
I have a few questions, I think. Why do you hate Bertram Tongue?
He meddles in my affairs. He's a bad
Yeah. Tell me about your twin sister.
Jeanette is the freak show I keep around to lure in curiosity seekers. She's very good with the clientele, but her business skills are approximate to those of a 4-year-old with a $1 bill and a 5 and dime.
Yeah, okay, you're just a very hateful person. No offense. How can you ever belittle your other personality like that? Yeah, it's like, dot. Maybe she's being dramatic.
I'm with somebody.
Good for you! I'm going places. Do you want to hear about that too? Because I am sharing. We're all about sharing here. I'm with somebody. Yes. So, quest log. License. Virgil Crumb. Crummy. Sorry guys, I'm just passing to kill Patrick's again because he has that one computer with the whole database. Everybody that ever had a bail bond, that he is perfectly fine with you using for some very bizarre reason.
If you're new to town or just new to this
From V. Subject's corpse identified, being held at medical clinic morgue. Oh, lovely! Okay, I won't eat you just yet. Maybe later. If you finish like all the quests in him, you can like partake in him and it's gonna be perfectly fine. Otherwise, you might get dizzy and then glitch out. You are quite alone. Thank you. I have. I can't say that I tried absolutely everybody, but I have tried him. You know, I kinda hate how well Vandal has this door locked. Like, you can't get in at all. Otherwise, I would have tried him too. That's the corpse. Got a key now. And the key says things. That's Foxy Boxes. He tells us all about Foxy Boxes. Did I ever? I don't think I dropped by the beach yet. I should. So that we don't have E hanging on our minds. I might beat E up. I might nope. Foxy Boxes was in the original. The weird bar thing and the library is restored content. Foxy Boxes just has funny name. Hello.
Brought my Lily back. She told me all about what happened. I don't know why you helped this, but your blood's worth bottling. I'll never let her go again. Thank you.
You're welcome. Keep her safe.
I'm gonna be getting out of LA soon. Too dangerous here. Rosa told us something big's about to happen, and I don't want to be here when the jack comes out of the box. Take that for what you will.
I'll think about that. Thanks, E. Good luck.
Looks thick enough to me.
Well, you can remedy that by playing it again. Yeah. Beach. Because I wanna hit E in the face. I also want to see if I lose Masquerade for killing him. I mean humanity. Nope. No humanity loss. I suppose we are really okay with this. We're just like, yep, they're just some thin bloods. They mean nothing. He stopped even. I actually want to clear this. I wanna clear this beach. Well, first of all, it means the end of times. When blood gets too thin to continue going on, that's when the elders arise and consume everybody, so like nobody wants to think about that. It's kind of like if they told you that when there's an eclipse, everybody will die. And then you saw the eclipse and you're like, we better fix that before everybody literally dies. Oh. Good question. I'm gonna assume it's because we're fighting that many. I mean, they are vampires. I kinda like how far they fly. I mean, I am really bad at hitting people. Oh, he is kinda dazed over there. It's like blood pack myself. I just love the fact that killing these folks is free. And this is literally for calling me a nuggo. Are they? Also, mostly, almost, it's not entirely. And I mean, the Thin Bloods could just adopt a different name. Okay. I love the fact that my humanity is absolutely full right now. I didn't consider that a problem. That did not challenge my morals. Oh. So is it like, hey, you're on the ladder, it's time for you to step down, die, and lose your soul? Because that's cruel. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I mean, if they're, yeah, that would happen. What does prolific even mean? I would so not be okay with that. Like, I can even understand. Hey, it's time to die. But it's like, it's time to die and lose your soul. I mean, there's not... That's actually another thing that I can't understand. There are, even in this game, like, there are elder vampires, right? That are of quite big generation. From abilities used, Strauss would be generation 7 and up. So, like, he's at least a 7, right? And none of them embrace. Ever. At all. But then it's like, there's the flood of Thin Bloods. Yes. But have you guys effectively tried increasing your numbers by using your oldest possible vampire in order to embrace some new people? No! No, you don't. For some... I mean, Jack mass embraces, but Jack's like 10. Yeah! Like, you know how they have to actually ask permission? Okay, why is it permission and not bring that shit to the eldest person that you know on top of the permission in order for us to stop this descending hellish ladder down to the thinness of the blood? Oh no, not the heads in the laundry room. Whatever shall we do? Maybe we won't wash our clothes. Maybe we just won't wash our clothes. Yeah, but technically if you're the elder that had like the person brought in front of you, you can't produce a more powerful vampire than you. You can just produce doubt. He is actually slowly walking towards me. That's pretty cool. He has a pretty weird posture. And at the same time, if you're an elder and nobody drags people in front of you, why are you still like, I never want to make another? Like, literally, most of them that are living don't even have one. Like, yep, lived 700 years, didn't embrace once. They ain't planning to change that. My clan's in the shit, but I ain't planning to change that. Got no time, see ya. Oh, the door's locked. Yay, elevator. Why, my elevator comes with its own laugh track. Loving it. Stop hitting me in the face. It's very mean. Yeah, but once again, it's not even an issue because you cannot produce somebody that's more powerful than you. Ever. Like, that is physically impossible. So you should just be like, I want to have semi-powerful thralls to command. Which would count if they were my child. But they wouldn't be as powerful as me. But they would be pretty strong. Which is great. When you want to fight and shit. Which they do all the time. Not like, you know what I would really like? That poor schmuck Tom Joe over there to make a Generation 12? That's gonna live for maybe half a day and are gonna be completely obliterated by the enemy forces. My choice, thumbs up, would do again. Ah yes, Evil Daddy. I mean, to be fair, some of them did have the issue where antediluvians were kind of murdered by their children. But still, like, this is the poorest organizational skills possible when it comes to power and competition. Plus, why don't you just blood bomb them all? Then they won't do shit. And if they're super young, they won't even know what it is. So you're just gonna have tons of people that completely adore you. And the only thing that stops you from doing this is your own moral sensibility Which you probably wouldn't have that much if you were over 300 years old. Yeah, Tremere do that with their Council of Seven, right? But it's not... Their Council of Seven never produced children. Their elders never do. It's always like Generation 11 John Doe. For reasons. And then Generation 12 Jane Doe has the lifespan of a fruit fly. Murder, suicide! He suicided and then he murdered. Wait, what? I mean, Desmitsi do the exact same thing. To be fair, Tremere and Desmitsi are like not that different, which is an absolutely awful thing to say. I mean, one of them makes sofas out of children and the other one doesn't, but still. Okay, dear diary. Just arrived here at the Ocean House. We have a week-long holiday here in Santa Monica and Ed has booked us a room for the hotel's grand opening. It is a wonderful place, almost magical. The children have been swimming all afternoon. The first 2 days have been almost perfect, except that Ed can't seem to stop asking about that locket I received from my mother. You see, I never get gifts from anyone ever because my husband would have had a jealous ragey fit if I did. We seem to think it was sent to me by some other admirer. Ed can be sweet, but sometimes his jealousy can get better of him. Hopefully he'll feel better tomorrow. Sun is out today. Oh joy, that means that's not the weather for me, but that happened in 1958, so maybe I'm safe by now, I don't know. Not a cloud in the sky. Ed seems a little on edge. He keeps guessing as to who my boyfriend is. Oh, how silly, Ed. There was quite a picnic for the hotel guests this morning. Quite a grand affair. Ed is in a dark mood. I don't know what I can do to reassure him that he is my one and only love. The one time he seemed to brighten up was when he was speaking to the groundskeeper. Boys and their tools, especially saws and axes and chops. We only have 2 days left, and thank God we're finally going home with my deranged husband. Ed won't speak to me or the children, and I found him more than once in the bathroom holding the locket and staring at it. It will surely improve when we're just in a different building. I'm afraid he's suffered some sort of breakdown. I've told him he can go home, but he just shakes his head. He won't look at me. I just want to go home. Ed left early this morning, and I haven't seen him since. If I haven't seen him in another hour, I'm going to call the hotel manager and tell him that my deranged husband is missing. Again, my better wishes. Ed Jr. went to look for him downstairs in the basement, where you should start all your searches. Creepy basement is where you should start all your searches. I'm going to send Tiffany down to fetch him if... Wait, someone is knocking on the door. Oh my god, it's Ed covered in blood. I am taking my time to describe this picture right now and write it down in great detail. Coming to kill me, which is why I'm taking my time to describe this in great detail. Locked myself in the bathroom, so writing in this diary is like the best thing I should be doing right now. He's gone crazy. He keeps shouting we'll be together forever and he'll never let me go. Someone please help. This might have been much better said out loud than written down, goddammit. People can't magically read my paper. Amazing. Ah, yes. And yeah, I kinda hate how they do the generation thing. Like, I understand what it adds, but at the same time, I am currently standing really still because I got hit by too many pots and pans. It's like the way that I see it, literally the answer to Gehenna and all of their problems are just elders getting off their asses and embracing a few. I mean, yeah, go on a killing spree if you like, but just do a jack. Go on a mass embrace once and suddenly then bloodiness is really not a problem. Oh, what a slow-ass elevator. What do you think I am doing, Ghost? I'm gonna keep looking, but in the wrong direction. This is my favorite direction to look in. Murders unsolved. Mother or father could have been Ocean House Killer. Beautiful picture. Ah, she's just wandering around there. So I'm gonna try something fun. Does ghostiness react to sneakiness? Oh, no ghostiness reaction to sneakiness. That's sad. Ah! I'm going all the wrong way. Are you getting assaulted by the cat? Okay, my husband's trying to fall asleep, but he's getting assaulted by the cat. Gehenna is indeed very stupid. Oh. He loves you. Enjoy the cuddle. Embrace it. Even if the cuddle is coming to your ear hole, still embrace it. You see, your age adds a hierarchy. Age does enough of hierarchiness. Age also make vampire very scary, bro. Age make vampire very scary, bro. So is this dream giving me a pendant, or does this object actually exist? Also, I'm amazed that my vampire isn't like crying right now, going sunlight, even if it's imagined. I mean, I suppose it's only been 4 days. But, I mean, you know, it's funny. If I went outside and I got killed, and I woke up as undead and was told that I can't see sunlight again, I would be very upset because I haven't seen it for months. Like, I actively haven't seen sun in months. And then they would be like, never again. And I would be like, never again? What do you mean? You told me that I should have taken the opportunity to actually leave my house during my work time? Once in a while? No! So much missed opportunity. But yeah, effectively, it's dark at like 4 p.m. I finish at like 6 sometimes, and it's dark at 4. And then I go for a walk. And unfortunately, but my favorite walking location has become the meeting place of everybody because it's the lockdown. So, today, I've seen 6 fishing tents. And I'm pretty sure that people fish in couples. Like 2 people fish at once. And there was a bonfire. And people were jolly good drinking around it. And there were a couple dog walkers, but like normally that place is like so quiet and nice and serene. And suddenly, because people are not allowed to meet and they start meeting in secret, it's just overrun by people in the middle of the night. It's like Club 2.0 Electric Bungalow. Oh, if we're here, let's go with the Foxy boxes. You know what's weird? Winter... This winter is like really screwed up as well, because I'm pretty sure that there wasn't an autumn. But sometimes it's cold and sometimes it's 15 degrees. I live in suburbs. That's like a big park that's kind of foresty. There is another walkway down to like a more foresty area, but considering that I take my walks sometimes like between 7 and 9 p.m. If I walked off to forest and I got murdered by a crazy axe murderer, that would be totally my fault. Or, that is a stupid thing to do in the middle of the night when it's dark. Safe places is where you go. But then safe places get overrun by people. My initial observations of the city indicate that the Canaanites here are both scattered and unorganized. There are 3 individuals of note, but they seem to be involved in some sort of dispute. I shall continue to watch and listen. There are like 3 Canaanites in this whole area in total, actually. It's amazing area. Their Canaanites are curious and fragile race. They waste the gift of their immortality on petty schemings and fleshly gain. We will have little problem making the city our own. If you don't waste at least some of your time on fleshly gain, then what are you even doing with your life? It seems that my presence here have been noted with one of the Canaanites, a Nosferatu, I believe they are called. He has entrusted the responsibility of my surveillance to a bumbling mortal fool. Have begun to follow the so-called spy, a small amusing respite from my usual duties. So we met Knox at about the time when he started following him. Have drawn the attention of a newcomer, an agent of the prince, who has discovered the corpse of Virgil Crumb. I know very little about this individual, but they are so much more resourceful than most Canaanites I have observed. Apparently I have a brain. I will prepare myself in the event that our paths cross, because an altercation seems imminent. If I do not survive, let my last report state that Santa Monica is ripe for the taking. We will find little resistance if we come in force. I mean, there's like 3 people here. What resistance do you expect? And yeah, we've been undead for 3 days so far. Well, I mean... yeah, but at the same time, you directly put yourself in prime position to be murdered, you lunatic. At the same time, same applies if you get eaten by bears. Can you, like, stop? Potence isn't free and only lasts a certain amount of time, you know? Seriously, do I have to chase you all around the... Where even are you? Where did you... He knows that my fists are gonna expire. Okay, time to... run around a bit. Ring around the rosy, pocket full of posies. I don't know the other line, but the last line is they all fall down. Alternatively, London Bridge is falling down, London Bridge is falling down, my fair lady. Alternatively, it's also burning. Whichever you prefer. Medieval times were like very, very cruel to people. Don't leave your katana in places that are hard to reach. Please. Be more considerate. You dead asshole. I love the angle of your foot though, it's pretty. I approve. Yeah, something rosemary and thyme, I believe. It's about the plague doctors, I think. How they like stuffed their noses with like yeah, it's the plague time's fun. Dead people and stuff. And then children made rhymes about it. Because everyone's psyche somehow needed to process all of this horrible, horrible thing. Children rhymes. Apparently were a good way. Hello!
Not even a knock? I could have been undressing. And who knows what I would have had to do to you. You're here to see Her Royal Majesty Queen Victoria, aren't you?
I mean... Undead do not sweat. Apparently, according to World of Darkness lore, they don't even salivate normally. They have no excess fluid, so most of the time, they never change their clothes. Unless, of course, they do something stupid and spill a whole bunch of blood on it or something. So they never change their clothes. Why would you have been undressing? Why would that have ever been my assumption? I never played Pathologic. I mean, I played Penumbra series and I played Amnesia. I don't know if I don't think it super crossed my mind. Well, they can sweat blood. Maybe, but they seem to never do. Wait, can they sweat blood in World of Darkness? I mean, they can in quite a lot of lores, but this is like very specific. Because I don't think I've heard of a single instance where they did sweat. Because imagine how annoying it would be to have daily armpit blood. I mean, I just sweat from existing. Like we all do. Imagine daily armpit blood. It would be like, God damn it, another t-shirt ruined. Again? Yeah, I need to see Therese.
Therese is out making a show of how well her lips fit on the pants seat of the Camarilla.
Yeah, but...
Did you happen to find her chastity belt or something?
They... in World of Darkness, they practically never do. Yeah! So they don't. They don't. Why would you ever want to sweat? Like, I want to actively demonstrate how nervous I am in this situation. Let me just blood. I'd rather discuss this with Therese.
So, Therese told me you might be back with something for her. Do you have it with you?
I'm not giving it to anyone but Therese.
I'm not just some silly doll, you know. All my life, my sisters made me out to be a joke.
Can I threaten
she told
you?
I was an embarrassment, didn't she?
I would
But
love to
couldn't tie my
threaten you.
shoes, let alone hold on to something for her. Is that it?
I wouldn't give you the time of day, you crazy bitch.
She's always belittling me.
And
she's
so
the
am
smart
I.
one. She's the favorite. She's the successful one. Well, it's not fair. I'm not a fool. This club's success is just as much my doing as it is hers.
Yes, you have boobs. Good for you. I understand, but I still can't give it to you.
Do you understand what it's like to have your own flesh and blood ripping you apart on a daily basis for 2 lifetimes? Can you?
Oh, Xylo has a point. Oh, Xylo. Xylo has a point. The darkness will consume you. Well, just like slowly getting covered in your own blood. Oh, that would be terrifying. Oh, that would be actually terrifying. Probably very uncomfortable, but terrifying. Thank you. You're very nice, little widow kitten. Oh God. Forest. A threatening vampire approaches, masturbating furiously. I really need to give this to Therese, not you.
Fine, you hold on to it. Since you are so willing to brave that big spooky place for my darling sister, how about doing a teensy
I can't get that image out of my head now. That depends on what it is.
Do you know Gallery Noir down the street? I happen to know there's a charity event being organized there. Lots of influential Santa Monicans slithering in for token appearances. But there's one thing they don't know. The whole event's been set up by
that money is evil.
to establish their own power clique in our city. And we can't let that happen, can we? So I need some brilliant young upstart to spoil the milk.
I need to talk to Tongue, and this is definitely not helping.
I thought we went over this. Therese isn't here. Until he hears it from her, Bertram's like a windshield in the deep blue sea. Invisible.
Okay, this is the smart decision-making skills, okay? You, at this moment, considering that your deal was with the Therese, right? And Therese isn't here today. You turn around, go home, and you spend doing whatever you want until sunrise. You go to sleep, you come out, you talk with the Therese. Prince is unhappy that you're stalling. Well, I am sorry, Prince, but there's a bit of a situation here, and it's really not up to me, because Therese wasn't there, and I couldn't talk to her, and I couldn't solve the problem. Because Therese wasn't there, I need Therese to be there. It's not like I must take another quest in order to do something with the rest of my night. It's not part of the conversation. This is it, you understand? This is the last thing I'm doing for either one of you.
I promise this won't take long. Take this knife. Give the paintings in the gallery a good slashing. Don't get caught, and don't turn it into a massacre. And steal the charity box, would you?
I don't
Buy yourself
know.
Something velvet.
We must quest. We must always quest. Otherwise, we just don't know what to do with it. You know what they should have done? They should have added a fishing minigame. Because that is always what you do. So whenever she would just be like, Therese isn't here, you would be like, okay, let me just take out my fishing equipment and go to the nearest lake/pond. Or the sewer. Don't question it. I'm not gonna steal charity money.
It's not what you think. Every pretty penny dropped in that box is going right into some other kindred's purse. You'd be crooking from a dirty steal.
I refuse. I'm not a criminal. Find someone else. Goodbye. Okay, no.
Sunrise. Back to burn me?
Aw, how nice. Thought about the museum, I'll do it.
I'm sure Therese will be thrilled to honor your agreement when you get
It's
back.
like you can request.
In the meantime,
I mean,
get
you
to
can
the
like...
museum and ruin those paintings. Then pay me a visit.
You
I
can
wanna
tell
hear
them to
all
fuck
about
off and not
Hurry
do
up.
this.
I can only amuse myself for so long.
But then the game just goes,
Oh, and there was something about the paintings.
no, you can't do that.
What was it? I can't remember. Oh well, have fun, Duckling.
Nope. I have not. I have not. I am good at looking like I recognize things when I don't. It comes with being a foreigner. Ah yes, whatever that is, we're doing that thing. I'll see. I'll see. I'll see. You know, Isolated is such a good song. But also, I was listening to it today while doing work. It is so depressing! It is like, wait. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. I left that. I need to talk with Tongue, and I completely not Tongue. This ghoul. Hello!
Girl, you do that thing yet?
I did the thing.
Oh, thank God! Oh, man! Yes! That thing was hounding me like every night. Look, still haven't heard anything from Bertram. Sorry, okay? I'll still let him know, but for now, I have no way to repay you.
Literally, whenever people would tell me that, if I was a vampire, I would be like, pay me with your blood. Just fill me a bag. Just bag, please. Bagged blood. Do you have any idea what that thing was?
Bertram said it's like a vampire, but different, you know? It's like what they have in China instead of vampires. He said lots of them have been coming to California for some reason, I don't know.
That is such a wrong description. That is interesting. I'll better be going. That is such a wrong description. Because it's like X, but different, can't be applied to anything. What is a chair? Well, you see, it's like a plant pot, but different. Okay, how is it like a plant pot? Well, both are furniture, are they not? See, it's like a plant pot. I do like the fact that we're just given a knife. Hello, may I knife you a question? They're gonna be terrified of me.
What the? Oh, that bear claw's not sitting too pretty. Oh, jeez. Evacuate the area.
Yeah, you see? It's physical.
You are. I recommend you vacate the area immediately before I radio for additional security personnel. That really knocked a few years off the old ticker.
Oh, now I'm so scared.
Bad boys, bad boys.
There you go. My key. I could use the blood. So I used the blood. At the very least, this is the first time that he doesn't flirt with me, which is very appreciated. I appreciate it. So, Kane! So we kill our only brother. Then God curses like the only remaining young person on Earth. Then we meet a beautiful woman. And instead of making babies, we turn her into a vampire. By weirdly drinking from her ribcage and her stomach. Like, those bite marks on her body are like super far apart. Unless she is very, very tiny. Or we bit her twice. I don't know why. That it is. I'm genetically predisposed to storing too much iron as well, but you see, the thing about that as a woman, and being a woman, it kinda solves itself as a problem. So it doesn't, unless you get like a really bad case, it doesn't even become a problem until much, much later in life. I have been anemic at like parts of my life. It's weird, like I get more iron out of iron, but that doesn't mean that I can't run out of iron. It just means that iron supplements are a really bad idea for me, and nobody knew this until I did extensive genetic testing later in life. So at one point I was on iron supplements and they were very, very strong, and it was a pretty bad idea. But at the same time I had a horrible back infection that was consuming all my blood either way, so that was fun. Well, destroyed your paintings. Kill the blood monster. All stays good work. Yeah. I mean, if you're rapidly losing iron repeatedly, because you very clearly have an infection going on, they're not gonna see it that when you take a supplement, your iron level goes up too high because it's still consuming itself really fast.
You. What were you thinking?
That pretty paintings needed to be prettier.
The museum. That was my event. Did you think I wouldn't find out?
What?
Shut up. I thought I could control my sister as long as Tongue was out of the picture, but nothing's changed. I should have expected that you'd succumb to Jeanette's influence like all the others, but how dare you!
I didn't do it, I swear!
Don't lie to me! Jeanette already confessed
The
she
plot
tricked you into
forced
doing
me!
it. It was probably all Tongue's idea. I'll deal with them later. But that's still no excuse for you ruining my museum.
I swear I didn't do it. I even brought you the item from Ocean House and a diary from there. Did I actually take the diary with me and didn't just drop it in a random location?
Excellent. I'll take that. However, Jeanette claimed you did it for her. But let's say I believe you. After all, you've acted decently and rationally up to now. I imagine you'd still like me to call off the feud.
Damn it, I changed my mind! What do you think?
There's only one problem. If Tongue gets word that I threatened Jeanette, which he most certainly already has, it's not likely he'll believe me. So, in order to call off the feud, you're going to have to convince Jeanette to forgive me first.
So how do I do that?
I made some threats against my sister. Idle threats, involving fire and her impious satin sheets. She took them quite seriously, and is avoiding me. I want to meet with her, and explain that they were said in the heat of the moment. I asked her to meet me at the Surfside Diner, to reconcile, but I'm busy with the club and my other endeavors. I'd like you to go to the diner and promise her that I don't plan to take any action against her. Wait for her in the back booth, near the phones.
You know, if I had a second personality, and they were threatening my own safety, but they liked themselves, I would not believe a word out of that mouth. I'm gonna set you on fire. Oh yeah? How are you planning to survive the fire, Mr. Smartass? Oh, Miss Smartass. Why don't I just kill the crazy bitch so that this never happens again?
Jeanette is my sister and my child, or did you forget? What kind of monster would I be to condone such action? You have no more right to do such a thing as you do to even ask it. Go! Get out of here! I want her back.
You wanna be soft? That's your business. I'll go meet her. See ya. Like, you see, if your second personality really, really wanted to die, then you would fully believe them. It would be like, you know, I'll take a knife and I'm gonna chop both of our heads off, and you would be like, no, no, don't do that. But if they're like, I wanna live and rule for forever, you're like, well, you're stuck with me. Yeah, you just scream and run. That's a good plan of action. I approve. I would definitely suggest doing that.
Hey, where you going, man?
You guys look like you're out for trouble. You better not start any with me.
Don't hurt me, man.
I won't. Hello?
I'm terribly sorry about that. My sister was just furious about your refusal to take part in her design, so she sent those men to kill you. But I'm going to make sure it never happens again. Drop by. We'll take care of this congressman. She's crazy! Help!
Well, those men were easily intimidated. Not that I blame them, because, he's just about far enough. And they're kind of scared to look at me, so tasty. I did not actually realize that you can just convince them not to fight you before the fight even starts. This is something I did not know for the 16 years of my life that this game has been out, and I played it numerous times, so interesting. Now I feel like that person that said that they didn't know that you can kill a werewolf the last time around. I just never tried to engage them in conversation. Yes, that would be you, Jade. That would be you. And apparently both Forrest and me just never tried engaging them in conversation. We're not trying to save them.
You stay out of this. To think anyone would risk their life for this filthy, tainted waste of blood. This will just make it easier to kill both of you.
So I still want...
Save me and I'll help you find Bertram. I swear. Shut up, Jeanette. I warned you to stay away from Tongue. He's turned you against me. I always looked out for you, but you couldn't stand my success. You had to meddle, didn't you? I didn't want it to end like this, but you forced me.
I wasn't sticking my fingers in anyone's pie, dear sister.
Why do you two
weren't.
have to
Just
have
like
a
you weren't
prolonged
working with it. Is it any different than the way
conversation
you
right
treated
here?
Father? Oh, Therese, you poor
Neither.
dear. I treated Father exactly the way he deserved
Neither.
to be treated. And he treated you like a... You don't say a
Once
word
a
about
theatrical
Father. Your
skank
heart still
slut,
belongs to Daddy after all these years, eh, sister?
the other
At least
doesn't
you
know
like
how
it.
to have
You
fun.
Take that back, you bitch! You never gave me any credit for anything, Therese.
Therese is the one that can get the business done.
How does it feel to know that I beat you?
Jeanette is the one that you would actually want to hang out with because Therese is a bitch. What's going on here?
Isn't it obvious? I'm about to rid the night of this deviant,
I do
backstabbing
want the
whore.
schematics to
You
how can you
realize that
kill a
despite her
personality in
condition, she
yourself
still
by shooting yourself in the
fornicates
side.
with kind, no less.
I really wanna
So
know.
unclean. You're one to talk, dear sister. Or should I say daddy's little girl? Do you want to know just how depraved the Baron of Santa Monica can be?
I
Jeanette,
don't
you'd
want to
love
know
the
how
world to think you're
depraved
a
either
saint.
one of
When
you
you
are.
thought I was asleep, I used to hear Father come in at night.
Because I
heard him
plainly
whisper
don't
that
care
he
right
loved
now.
you in your ear
About
before
either-
he... Don't finish that
I
sentence, or
I
you're
threatened to
dead.
kill both of you. Don't let her blab like that, Therese.
Don't you want to hear what happened? How she became the pillar of the community she is today?
Shut up. Just shut up.
Actually, go on, Jeanette.
Would you like to tell the story? She makes herself out to be the virgin queen of the night, pious as a nun, stable as the Earth's orbit. But it's all an act, isn't it? I'm the good girl. You're the wicked one. You've done nothing but plot against me when I had our best interests at heart. And despite that, I've always covered up your mistakes. I've taken care of you. And this is how you
Well, I
repay
mean,
me?
you would
Taking
believe
care
that
of
you
me.
killed a
You've done nothing but
actual
keep me
person
down,
and not
blame
like
me
just
for
part
every
of
mistake.
yourself.
Did you expect me to let you rule my life until the end of time? No, sister. You've had it coming since our last sunrise. Is that right, dear? If it wasn't for me, you would have never survived this long. Remember? They tried to separate us.
Do you
but I
remember your
refused.
last
I
sunrise?
chose
Was
this
it
life
pretty?
And brought you into it so that we could stay together. Obviously, you've forgotten.
That doesn't give you the right to tell her what to do.
She's a control freak. People, things, emotions. If she can't control something, she gets rid of it. And you're a wild animal. You'll rub up against anything that'll take you in for the night. Then when you're stuffed and bored, you bite the hand that fed you.
You are both correct. You're right. Therese tried to have me killed.
Therese will never let you live. You've disappointed her. I used you, yes, but I didn't try to have you killed.
I'm just gonna
Therese
egg
has
on
no
Jeanette
problem
the
with
whole
killing.
time.
Do you? Remember Father? Father loved me. I was a good girl. I always did what I was told.
There's absolutely
You
like
hated that he loved
0%
me.
chance that
You
Jeanette will
disobeyed him.
live.
You brought men
But
home when he wasn't there.
I'm just gonna
You were an
continuously
awful
egg
daughter
her
to
on
him.
and her only. What happened to your father, Jeanette?
Father came home drunk one day and mistook me for Therese. Because I'd fallen asleep in her bed. Don't listen to her. She's lying. Therese walked in while he was there, and she saw me lying with him, and so she went to the closet and pulled out his hunting shotgun, loaded it with deer shot, and blew his mind out all over the silly clown wallpaper. That's a lie. Father killed himself because of Jeanette. She made him miserable. As I recall, he died with a smile on his face.
I can't believe you killed your own father, Therese.
The police sure did. They broke us up for a little while, remember? The first thing you did after your escape was find me. Enough! Don't say another word about that. So, sweet sister, is this how it has to end? I admit I always knew this night might come. Well, any message you want me to give Father? An apology? A love letter?
Grab the gun, Jeanette!
I killed her. I didn't want her to go. I only wanted her to change.
Okay.
You understand, don't you? Poor, poor Therese.
Okay.
I wanted to find Bertram. He's at the old gas station in an empty oil tank. He'll help you because I'll ask him to. But you must keep your tongue tied tight about what happened this night. Understand?
Oh, we actually managed to save Jeanette! Interesting, that was pretty easy considering that we really, really hated her. I understand, goodbye, good
Don't
luck.
hesitate to come see me once in a while. I'm going to be so lonely without Therese. I mean, I may need someone like you sometime. And I do get bored so easily. Maybe you could come by and cheer me up sometime.
I'll come back, I promise, totally! Totally! Change your outfit. Ugh. I can't believe that that worked. I was such a shit to Jeanette the whole time. Effectively calling her a crazy whore all the time. Telling her to leave me alone. But apparently all I needed to do was to egg her on during that conversation. And it worked. Ah. Interesting. Interesting. We have Bertram over here. Hello.
Look who finally made it. Thought you'd never find me, did you, sweetheart?
You knew I was looking for you?
I've gotten good at knowing when I'm wanted. Oh, so you're who I'm waiting on. Someone must have faith in you, Cupcake. That, or they want you out of the picture. Interesting choice either way.
You must be Bertram Tongue.
The one and only. But don't bother with the introductions, fledgling. I know who you
How
are.
do you feed with those teeth? I mean, the front ones are kind of sharp, but the other ones are kind of long and not sharp, so I'm confused. You do?
News travels down the kindred grapevine like wildfire. And that courtroom spat between
Do you like
McCoy
stick
and
out
Nines
your
Rodriguez
front
is a
teeth?
juicy little morsel.
Is
And
that
you
how
in the
it will
middle.
work? How did your
interesting.
teeth fuse together? That's great, so you know I survived.
Oh, you did you? Well, I wasn't worried. So
I mean,
what
I
did you
dig the
find
eyes,
me?
but
What did you need?
how do... Actually, how do teeth transform? Because, like, in some settings, you spread, like, an extra pair of teeth on top of where your fangs would normally be. Just, like, above it. Which makes a lot of sense. At least a lot more sense. Like, make the bone and have it descend. Because the ones that you currently have, unless you take a file to them and file them down, they wouldn't... How would they sharpen themselves? Oof. Ah. I need to get to that warehouse for Mercurio. You know Mercurio?
Oh, never mind. The warehouse, though. I've been watching the place. The Sabbat has a bunch of low-life humans working day and night to move stuff through there. There's some major staging going on.
You know, I literally need to meet with people that wrote tabletop RPG rules and ask them to clarify their setting. How does bone sharpening work? Sabbat?
The Sabbat. Jeez, you are green. It's like
I'm
this.
3 days old!
All monsters, like it or not. I'm not gonna say the Sabbat are the evil vampires, because none of us are the good guys here. But the Sabbat, they glorify their monstrous nature. They refuse to hide it, and go out of their way to show it. They're also brainless and reckless. They have a life expectancy of a vampire fruit fly.
If I'm lucky, I'm like 4 days old, so yes, geez, I'm green. Can you get me in the inside?
Yes, I can. Just tell me when you're ready, and we'll leave. Once you're there, however, you're on your own. You'll have to get into the place and plant the explosives in the middle office to take the whole structure down.
Let me get a few things together first.
Alright, I guess. Come back when you're ready to go. But don't be too long, fledgling. This isn't really something we planned around your schedule.
Well, you know when you turn into a vampire? Please explain what the fuck happens to your teeth. Because, Nosferatu teeth in particular, they get all deformed. Like, if it was just fangs, you can say, oh, you just grow extra pair of teeth right above them that descend down. And that would kind of be okay. If you elongate the already existing teeth, that's also fine. But, the bottoms, they would actually need to be sharpened. Bones don't just self-sharpen. That would be, like, really weird. And then his teeth are all sorts of fucked up because they're stuck together and their front ones are, like, all sharp and tiny like, while all of the other ones are like really big. How does that happen? Also, what happens if you have implants? Oh god, did his teeth fall out and he grew all of the teeth again? Because that would be pretty brutal. If you want me to do it, it will be on my time.
Here, take this map. Use it to navigate the sewer mains. You'll never be able to use public transportation with that face, so, get used to jogging in the slop. And stop back by later. I might have use for a young Nosferatu like yourself.
Ah, he's being nice to me because I am a Nosferatu. That's me. Thanks, maybe I will.
You ready to go?
Not yet, I'll be back in a while, see ya. I haven't gone yet. I haven't gone. So no, I'm not ready. But yeah, I wonder what does he have to say to me because I am like young Nosferatu, just like, what kind of use does he have for me? Yeah, I know, right? But like I said, if you just grew them on top of what you already had, like right up, that's fine, but that's for one set of teeth. That dude would have had to grow his whole mouth back out. Ugh. But anyways, this is where we're gonna stop for today because it is 4 a.m. And I have quite a bit of work to do. 24 hours of stream clipping for $60. So yeah, see you tomorrow with more Bloodlines whenever I stream, which kind of ends up being really, really late at night. So thank you for coming, and night-night.